Yeah, so on a like slightly darker note for the town as well, it also became, even though it had that nice origin story, it had a dark time during the Troubles. So 9 of the 10 victims of the Kingmill massacre were actually from the town, and there's this little memorial here, just was, and that is the 10 men. I think the 10th man, I'm not sure, apologies, I'm not sure of which men of the 9, or which one of the 10 men was not from the town. Forgive me on that one. I think he was from the village of Kingmill, which is just down the road. It's like 1.5 kilometres, I think. Now, if I got that wrong, I'm sorry, so don't go crazy in the comments. But yeah, 9 of the 10 men from the massacre in 1976 were from this town, making their way home. And then during the Troubles, the old mill was actually, because of its size and the way it was built, it was actually turned into an army barracks, and it was one of the most heavily used, it had one of the most heavily used, if not the most heavily used helipads in Europe, if not the world at the time, because it was the supply base for lots of the other barracks around during the Troubles. So the helicopters would land, bring the supplies into Bessbrook barracks, and then they would be moved out to the 4 smaller bases around Crossmaglen and other areas in South and North Armagh. But so this main street, like, it was one of the most militarised villages or towns in the whole of Northern Ireland. So these mains off, and then down to your left is towards where the mill works. Now, I was attempting to get in there today, but I didn't have any luck. But we'll come back again. I might have an opportunity to go in another time. But that was just a quick two-sided part of the history of Bessbrook. If you want to jump onto YouTube and see me wandering around the town and giving a bit more history on the Richardson's family, and then you can see how, like, the town looks today and stuff. But it's nice, well laid out little town. But there you go, a little bit of Bessbrook in County Armagh.